Hey everyone, just wanted to bring you an update video on our 2014 BMW 328i Gran Turismo. We've had the car for about 2.5 years now, and it just rolled over 20,000 miles. So I just wanted to go over a few things that we like about it, what we might dislike, how it's held up for us over the last couple of years, and what we may consider replacing it when the lease is up in February of next year. So just to do a little walk around of the exterior first. It's still in very, very good shape. No really major dents, dings, nicks, anything like that. Paint still looks very good. Obviously, this would be expected on a nearly $50,000 car. You wouldn't want it falling apart on you. But luckily, we have no parking lot dings or dents really to mention. Still in very good shape. The only one little ding that we do have on the vehicle is in here in the back. And this actually happened, and it's right here. The reason how this happened is that it was parked not all the way in the garage, and we closed the garage on it, and unfortunately the bottom of the door came down and hit it. But luckily, since it has a sensor, it went back up, so it didn't keep going. But unfortunately it did dent it and rip off some of the paint. But other than that, no notable parking lot dings or dents. And going on to more of the things that we like about the car, is definitely this hatchback right here. Let me see if I can open it up here. Not quite. I'll have to go inside because I really want to show you guys. This is truthfully one of our favorite things about the car itself. It opens automatically with a key fob, and you can fit a ton of stuff in here. You can fit what we usually carry is my mom does a lot of bulk mailing for her work, for advertising. So this is perfect for hauling all of that to the post office every week when she has to mail out thousands of letters. So it's awesome. It also is completely automatic with the key. Has enough space, and you can also fold down the seats here. You can fold down the one in the middle, on this, or either side, or all of them, whatever you want to choose. And then it also has these little holders down here for keeping whatever you want in place. I found it's very good for holding wine in, so I call them the wine holders. So that's fun. And to fold down the seats, just pull down these levels right there. Folds down very easily. And that's how you fold down the other one. Basically, you don't have to touch it. Don't have to mess with the seats, anything like that. Folds down very easily. We've thrown lawnmowers back here. We've thrown pressure washers. So it's a very, very useful car, even though it might not be the best looking for a lot of people. And then just to close it, just tap this button up here, and it closes automatically. So this is definitely one of our favorite features of the car, is that hatchback. You either love it or you hate it. We happen to love it, so it is what it is. And another thing that we're not a huge fan of on this car are the tires. So what this is riding on, and these are straight from the factory, they're 225/55 R17s, and they're Conti Pro Contact SSRs. So they're the essential, they're the run flat tires, all season run flats that BMW puts on all their cars. This car just rolled over 20,000 miles, and the tires need to be replaced, and BMW quoted us at about $1,300, $1,400 to replace them. And we'll definitely need to replace them by lease end, because these will not be able to make it through the winter safely. So that's kind of a bummer, just because, you know, the tires wear out so quickly, and it's not like we're driving this car like a race car either. So that's unfortunate. Now going on into the inside, so it looks great. It has the regular, it has black leather interior, not the Sensatec. So this was an extra option on top of everything else. However, it does not have the premium package. It also does have the dark wood trim here on the doors, as well as the dashboard. So we'll step on in. So, what you do, all you do is put your foot on the brake, hit the start-stop button right here with the key in the car, and it starts right up. And this is a little blurry just because the car is sitting in the sun right now. The actual gauge cluster doesn't look like that. It's just the way the light's reflecting off of it. But as you can see, the car has 20,027 miles, so literally just crossed over. We did a 30,000 mile, 36-month lease starting in February of 2014. So we are way under mileage, which is perfect. Always good to have some more miles that are available rather than being over and having to worry about it. Luckily, having the Saab now, that can be driven more in the summer, whereas this can be driven more in the winter and also be taken on road trips as the Volvo is getting a bit older. So, another one of our favorite features about this car is the ZF 8-speed automatic. It's phenomenal. Very smooth, very quick shifting. Also has this very cool shift gate. It takes a little bit to get used to if you're used to a normal one in most cars, or even a column shifter. There's a few cars still offer those. And so the way that it works is you just tap that to put it in park, put your foot on the brake and pull it back to go to drive, knock it over into the manual and sport modes. And this car also has paddle shifters, which I think is a little odd that comes standard in the GT, but that's packaging for BMW. Knock it back over into drive, tap it once into neutral, and then hold this down, and you're in reverse. And now, this car does not come with a backup camera, which I think is a bit of an omission on a nearly $50,000 car. But BMW makes you get a lot of things a la carte, and this car does not have, I believe, what is the driver's assistance package, which comes with a backup camera. Let's put it back in park. However, it does have the iDrive navigation system. It has a navigation option rather than the technology package, which is something completely different. So you have your nav up here. Again, it might be a little hard to see because of the glare. Then you also have all of your media controls. You can connect your phone wirelessly through Bluetooth. And then there's also an auxiliary port in here as well that you can put it in. Where is it? There it is. An auxiliary port and a USB port to connect it and also charge your phone, which is very helpful. And you have your Sport, Comfort, and Eco Pro modes. So your Sport modes, Sport Plus mode. Should be engaging Sport Plus. That's odd. Oh well, we'll bypass that. Your Comfort mode, and also your Eco Pro mode. So this essentially just changes the driving dynamics of the vehicle. Eco Pro mode is more efficiency oriented, as the screen says, whereas if you put it back into Comfort, that's just sort of like normal everyday driving. Sport Plus livens it up a little bit. The throttle response is a little bit quicker. It holds gears longer. And then Sport Plus, which usually comes up but doesn't always when you're parked. Sport Plus actually turns off the stability and the traction control, just to give the driver more input exactly on what they're doing. Put it back into Comfort because that's what we use. Then your typical standard steering wheel controls. You have your cruise control on this side. You also have your audio controls and phone and Bluetooth controls here, with your nice leather wrap steering wheel with some side bolstering extensions. Very nice there. Paddle shifters, turn signals, and then you also have your lights, power windows, door locks, all automatic, which is very, very nice, very helpful. Power mirrors as well. And then the car also has sort of a panoramic sunroof. So the shade will open all the way, but the actual sunroof only opens halfway, which I think is a little odd, to be honest. It doesn't go all the way, so the backseat passengers don't get any sun. But nonetheless, it is a sunroof. It is nice to have. And you can also tap this after it's closed, and the sunshade will retract automatically. So that's a neat feature to have. So that closed. A few other things that we like about this car. It's very comfortable. It's a very, very good road trip car. Very smooth on the highway. Also gets very good gas mileage. My mom, she drives only in the city, and I believe sometimes it doesn't show you the consumption when you're parked. It might be hard to tell. She's averaging about 22.4 miles per gallon with the car, which is not bad considering she only does city driving. And this car is rated at 22 in the city and 32 on the highway, so it's right within EPA estimates. So very good road trip car, very good on gas. And one of the reasons that it does so well on gas is the engine, which is one of our favorite parts about this vehicle as well. Let's make sure that's open. So this is the power plant behind it all. This is BMW's 2-liter twin-power turbo. Comes in basically almost everything they offer now. Has 240 horsepower and about 260 pound-feet of torque, more or less. Very, very good power plant, very smooth, also very fuel efficient as well. Lots of torque off the line, which my mom really likes. It's something that her E90 3 Series sedan lacked because it had the inline 6, and she's really a fan of that. However, it does kind of have a little bit of a chattery noise at idle, kind of like a diesel, so you do hear it coming, which is kind of hard to stomach on a car that costs as much as this does. But at the same time, it's for a 4-cylinder, it's a very, very, very good power plant. And we've had no issues with that. So, just to finish up this review, those are just a few things about the car that we've liked and disliked with it. Definitely like the power that it offers along with the utility, and it's very comfortable for road trips and it gets great gas mileage. Not a huge fan of how long the tires have lasted, and also there's some blind spots there in the back that I forgot to mention, that when you're merging onto the highway it can be a little difficult to see out the back. Now, for what we want to replace this with when the lease ends in February of next year is most likely the same car. My mom is really interested in getting a 3 Series GT again, which they've updated for the 2017 model year, and she wants to get a white one with the red interior to be a little different, and she'll probably get a 328 or a 335. I think it would be cool to step up to the 335 just to try out something a little different with the twin power 6-cylinder engine that BMW has. Also, I think it would be good to opt for the lighting package for the next time around, because this comes with halogens, and the lighting package just adds so much to this car. It looks so much better at night. Also, having them is really a benefit to the driver as well, so I think that would be good for her. But I'll keep you guys updated on that. Obviously, it's going to be a few months before we even start looking into that, but most likely this car will be replaced just by the same exact one, just because it does everything that my mom needs it to. It's very good to drive, gets very reasonable gas mileage for the car, has a lot of utility, it's very comfortable, and has all-wheel drive, so it's very good in the snow as well. Not too much really to complain about. I liked her E90 3 Series better, as it had more driving feel and was smaller, but this car is definitely the best choice for her. So if you guys have any questions about this, please feel free to leave a comment below, to like the video and subscribe, and I appreciate your views. Have a great rest of your day.